So I don't know about the others of you who are listening, and we're going to continue this conversation through our Deep Roots community and beyond. It's us women who have the roots within Mother Earth, that through our roots, we share each other's work, we share each other's dreams, we share each other's passions. And this certainly fits into our Deep Roots community because it's a passion. And if the passion that Cristina had as an awareness growing up sparked alive in a different way when she was actually made the choice to be on the trip, to put feet on the ground in Egypt. And she did that 3 years ago from the time we're recording, which is today is October 27th, 2021. We've gone through the COVID, she has too, which means we had to shut down feet on the ground things. But now that it's opened, Cristina's back to Egypt. She's going back to Egypt. So Cristina, when is your next journey? When is that scheduled? Is it scheduled?
Yes, it is scheduled. It has been for a long time, and it's going to be next year in February. And I mean, I am not a number person, a numerologist, and I didn't specifically choose this date or consciously choose this date when I chose it 2 years ago in 2019. These dates were chosen. So it will be from the 20th of February to the 5th of March. So 02/20/2022 to 05/03.
Wow.
No, 03/05, March, 5th of March. So that's scheduled. It's 13 nights and 14 days.
So,
and yeah.
So I'm going to just jump in just very quickly. So when you talk about numbers, okay, and I have had a very similar experience to you, Cristina, is when I'm following that inner guidance, which is our own individual passion, our own individual path, which is what we're all moving toward and want to be on. I have scheduled classes or workshops or events ahead of time because I've been asked to schedule them on that date, right? And then when the date comes close, all of these reasons why that was a good day shows up. And that's what you're saying. You scheduled it because you were guided to schedule it. February 20th, 2022 to begin. Now I'm going to just hop in here because I know a little bit about numbers. So we've got 2, which is the number of working together. It's not individual, it's working together, them being together. And then you've got the 0, which is about the greater expansion, what some might call God, some might say home source, some might say the field of all that is. It's like being together in that field that can open up your connection to the greater. And then you go to 2022, which is a 6. Ultimately, it's still being together, being in community, being sparked by the soul and heart of Egypt, so that you can, number 6, serve better. Serve better. How will it impact individuals' lives? You see? And who brought that? Who put that in place? Was not you, physical Cristina, but some plan of which we're all a part of. How do we expand? How do we bring greater joy? How do we bring greater healing, which is so much on our minds a lot. And you're creating this opportunity, being together, being awakened to that greater inner you, in order that within that kind of community, you can serve better. Perfect. And you didn't know that, but somebody did.
Somebody did.
Yeah.
Yes.
That heart and soul of Egypt. So what intrigues me is that I say this in circles, because I'm in circles with women, mostly women, some men, but mostly circles of women. We have a circle, we have a circle, we have a circle, we have a circle. And I'm very clear that each of those circles create a unique field of intelligence, of wisdom, which can be drawn forth from that particular circle. A different group has a different energy, and it occurs to me that's exactly what you're speaking of when you speak of the different locations have a field, an ancient field of energy, of intelligence, of information, of presence. And what would you say to that idea? I mean, what's been your experience in that?
That's absolutely the case. Each site and each location or temple has its own unique energy and frequency. Also, it depends on the time it was built, or to whom it was dedicated. So I'm talking, for example, at Sakkara, at the step pyramid, it was the step pyramid was built by the Imhotep, and it was a mystery school in ancient Egypt. That site was a mystery school, a healing school, and they used sounds. So that site would particularly resonate in that frequency, in that field of healing energy and mystery school. Okay, so and then, but if I compare it to the Isis temple in Assuan, which has this feminine imprint of divine feminine, because it's dedicated to, you know, the most important Egyptian goddess, which is Isis, which actually Isis then has many different names, is also Mary. So we don't, you know, Isis with the baby. So absolutely. And what is astonishing is that each location speaks individually to the person that steps onto it, right? And each location bears the potential to have personal individual activations on your own path. And that it is this journey is about opening up your own, whatever you want to call it, gift, calling, destiny. I don't have words, correct word. And yes, I can truly say it's totally guided and orchestrated by your higher self, by your teams, by your spirit teams, by your angels. Again, or just words, labels. So yes, and what from my experience, what I personally experienced was, it was like a peeling down, and especially in my heart space, but not only, my whole being, and especially also the female bodysuit. The sensuality, my femininity, my sexuality, and my pains and my hurts, my traumas. It was like it was peeling away energetically. I'm talking layers of protection walls, or protection walls, and that's what Egypt can do, or did to me. I expanded, literally expanded in many different ways. Yeah.
Some of the things that come to my mind as you speak is a real consciousness. I want to make conscious to each of our listeners. You are known. Because how can an energy field speak to you individually if you are not known. You are
Precisely.
known. You are known, and your gloriousness is known, and your pain is known. And here you have an opportunity, one opportunity to be able to say, I'm ready to be seen for who I am, for me to see me for who I am. And that request, that permission is given because I am going to Egypt. Now, it's not that Egypt's the only way, but in this case, going to Egypt says, I'm ready to be known. I'm ready to be healed differently. I'm willing and ready to hear energy differently because Cristina, you are not just a guide to show them the sights. You understand how energy speaks to us. It has different languages for each of us. And here's an opportunity to be with someone who can hold that truth. So those on the trip can also begin to hear how the unseen speaks to them. And what an opportunity. So my experience, and not that I've been to Egypt, but my experience is when I feel, oh my gosh, this is what I want to do. Whether it's this opportunity or a lecture to go to or a book to read, that I'd like that. That's my invitation from my own inner guidance that says, here's something good for you. And my response can be, don't have it in the bank. No, I can't. And put it off. Totally okay. People can do that. Or can say, like, I'm going to ask for it. I'm going to say yes to it. And I'm going to watch how everything can come together for it to happen. I'm going to use that law that says, if I ask, I'm going to receive. And I can see how this is such a gift that you are presenting and will continue to present. Because February is not the only, and there will be others and others and others. So
hope so, yes.
Spark, right?
The February is the next one, and we are looking at November next year as well. Haven't set the dates, but November, it's a good month.
Good. So what an opportunity to in so many ways, not just be expanded, but also increase your capacity to understand how the unseen speaks to you directly, and have that experience in this group of two being together, opening up the divine to see how to serve.
And also, what I would like to point out to close it up, that it is so if you decide to come along, if you take the step and say yes, you are part of the creation, you are part of the group, and whatever you bring, are you yoga, are you sound, or whatever you have already, you bring into the field, and we create we come together and travel for 14 days. And Akram, my business partner, says we travel as one.
Wow.
So, it's, yes.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing this. And okay, Spark of Egypt. Let's see.
Thank you.
The world will not be the same after these trips, nor will individuals. Because whatever happens in these groups as you travel sparks into the greater, to light more and more and more candles, because that's what we intend. The roots, we're all connected.
Yes.
Okay. I love you. So thanks so much. We'll be hearing more.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.